Hello world, how you doing? The beat, there was a while when I had the beat and I didn't know what to do with it. You know, like I knew, I think it was one of the first beats we ever did on the EP, on the second EP, Hello World. And so I sat there for a while and I was not sure what to write, you know. And I think I actually like sat down and like I was watching Belly, you know. Like that's exactly what happened. I had Belly on and the sound was off, you know, because Belly it's a visual movie. You don't watch Belly for the quotes, you know. You watch Belly because visually it's amazing. Like Hype Williams is an amazing visual director. But in terms of dialogue, Belly was pretty horrible. You know, and storyline, it was pretty much stolen from every other movie that we've seen growing up, you know. And so I was sitting there with my phone, you know, and I'm looking up and Belly's off, and, you know, and I was like, and I just started thinking like I was like, man, I started feeling, you know, so obviously Nas is in Belly, and I think that's when I started making a connection. Like, you know, I started first saying his verse, you know, I'm Gandhi watching Gandhi till I'm charged, and in my book of rhyme, all the words past the margin. And then I did that, and then I was like, yo, I'm on my BlackBerry watching Belly on with the sound downs, you know, slow jamming, drum programming with Wow Style, you know. And that's kind of how I kind of came onto that, because it was just basically seeing Nas in the movie, really watching it, and then being like, oh, this would be a ill way to start the fucking EP.
Well, when I first got the beat for Hello World, I didn't know, I had no idea what to do, what to write. But then when Print gave me the idea that we were gonna, you know, be piggybacking off of the Nas verses, that, you know, really gave me a lot easier direction, because, you know, I start off with, you know, to my man DJ Prism, God bless your life. That just took it, and it was easy to write from that line. To my man DJ Prism, God bless your life. I was just reminiscing about you with the wife. I like to cherish all the places that we hit, keeping some smiles on faces, keeping me laughing, labbing tracks, debating cartoon favorites. Off the planet, keep it weightless, haters try to scan it. Then we expand it, so advanced they cram to understand it. Dwelling in the bus is fragile. It'll test you if you living on the island boxed, and it'll depress you. I was there, I'm not now. Rebound, now I see clear. Escape the noose, pray to Jesus. That's how I'm still here. For holy slaughter, odds against ill was major. See, I knew I'd shake the earth with the birth of my first Jahi. 3 sons, they point me in the right direction. It's all connection, all the bad shit I did was left out the reflection. Now I'm making sure that they ignore all the mediocre. Ready for war, purple hearts for my 3 soldiers.
There's no samples on Hello World at all. Even like the outro of it is actually a friend of mine playing piano. This girl I know, she plays the outro piano. Cause she, you know, I remember her in passing, she would tell me she played classical piano. She plays like weddings, and like she hated the gigs, you know. She plays gigs like to get her through grad school, where she'll be like the person in the lobby of that dinner hall that's just sitting there playing for 4 hours while people just drink cocktails and shit. She playing just the standards, classical stuff. So we were out drinking one night and she mentioned this to me, and I was like, okay, I've got something that sounds like a classical arrangement. Can I send it to you and let me know what you think? And I sent it to her, and she really liked it. She's like, yeah, this totally fits with me. I'm gonna write something to it. So she wrote the piano part, the outro to it. I told her the style I was looking for, kind of how I wanted it to go, and she came through and just knocked it out. But the rest of it I wrote ahead of time, you know, and I kind of wanted to use her outro to kind of confuse people, you know. That makes sense, you know, because I thought people would hear it and say, oh, he sampled this off of something, or they would say, no, he didn't sample it, you know. But then they would get to the end of it and they're like, wait a minute, that piano sounds like a sample. There's no way Print can play this well, you know. So maybe that's you know, he sampled there and then converted that into this other part, or he just replayed it, but really it was the other way around. I wrote the melody, and then I was like, oh, I need you to just do this melody and, you know, classical style at the end for me, just so I can kind of completely knock home the concept.